Yo, welcome back. I feel like there's a divide between games released before Fortnite came out and games released after Fortnite came out. I think that the influence that Fortnite had on pretty much every game back in 2018 still ripples on today very significantly. I just think that it affected games more than the release of any other game probably ever, and now across pretty much every genre you can see the fortnite-ification of pretty much the whole industry, and it's really crazy to see, and I think it's kind of bad to a certain extent, so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. The first thing that comes to mind for me was the trend of every single game having to have a battle royale in like 2018, 2019. And this isn't just Fortnite's fault, because obviously Fortnite wasn't the first battle royale game, but it was definitely one of the most popular, and it definitely peddled this trend along until like 2021, when everyone realized that battle royale games just aren't that fun, and it's not that enjoyable to spend 80% of your time playing a game watching the homie because you died. So yeah, the battle royale trend is pretty much been and gone, and I think that's for the best, but it only scratches at the surface of what I'm trying to get at here, because that's just a trend. And yes, it was annoying that you had to play battle royale in every single game, but most of the time you could choose to still play the regular mode that you're used to, so I'm not too mad at this one. But the main thing that Fortnite did, the main gift that Fortnite has left us with in every single game, wherever you look, every single multiplayer game has taken inspiration from the way that Fortnite handled microtransactions. Never in my life would I think that Call of Duty would have a battle pass. Even mobile games have adopted the battle pass trend now, and it just seems like the norm for pretty much everything, and it's just because it did so well. Like, if Fortnite didn't do so unbelievably well, it was like the most profitable game of all time, it probably still is, then every other game wouldn't try and copy its exact systems for taking your money pretty much. And this is our fault. We were so dumb. If you're watching this video and you spent money on Fortnite V-Bucks, and I bet you did, don't lie to me, I bet you did, because I did. I spent way too much money on Fortnite when I was like 12 years old. I spent so much money on that game. I had every single battle pass. And now, 8 years later, it exists everywhere. And it was a smart system, like, it worked so well. Like, you're buying something, you have to pay for it, right? But you don't just get it, oh no, you have to work for it. You have to make sure that you're putting your hours into the game, or you ain't gonna unlock that final level skin. And then if you don't unlock all the tiers, it'd be a waste of money, so it's gotta keep you playing. And yeah, that's kind of the other thing, right? Fortnite was kind of the final nail in the coffin for free earnable cosmetics. Like, traditionally, right, you'd buy a game, you'd spend your money on the game, and then you wouldn't really have to buy anything else. I mean, sometimes there'd be DLC, but usually that's it, you get all the content included, and that'd include like challenges or different side quests or whatever to unlock cosmetics or weapons or whatever. But no, not anymore. Now we've got a battle pass which you can pay for. Well, you can do a free one, but there's like 2 items and you have to play for like 20 hours to get one of them, so no one's gonna do that. So you buy the battle pass, and then instead of earning cool cosmetics through the game, you just buy them in the shop. You literally just buy them with some in-game currency that you buy with real money, and that's it. That's just how every game works now, and it's so boring, man. Like it's just such a much more boring way to do things, but it works, it's consistent, it gets you more money than just a lot of people buying the game when it comes out. It's a constant stream of money, and that is always going to be better for games than what was previous. And that kind of brings me to my next point, which is just like the unseriousness of Fortnite, and how a lot of other games have kind of copied this when it doesn't really fit. And look, I know the title of the video, right, but I'm not really blaming Fortnite. Like, all these things that I'm talking about today kind of work in the context of Fortnite. Like, it was always an unserious, cartoonish, like, strange game, and all these features did work. But what I'm saying is that because it got so big and so profitable, that every other game studio tried to replicate it. And instead of like putting their own spin on it or making it unique or making it different, they've kind of just pulled it from Fortnite. And it kind of just makes new games especially feel like plastic and kind of all the same. It is kind of hard to describe, but I hope you can see what I'm getting at here. But anyways, what I was talking about before is the kind of the unseriousness of Fortnite. Like having a squad of Snoop Dogg and LeBron James and Peter Griffin and like Ice Spice is cool when it's in Fortnite, but like when it's Call of Duty, man, like what are we doing here? Like, why are we trying to replicate that aspect? It just makes everything feel the same. And of course, the answer once again is the money. And speaking of money, how are these games going to justify selling constant, consistent, persistent microtransactions at every corner on the game forever and ever? Well, it's another thing that Fortnite did, which is the death of kind of sequels or numbered games. Because if there's a new game coming out every year, you're not going to want to buy skins for the one game because they'd be obsolete in a year and you'd have to do it all again, and then that's not worth it. So fuck it, we don't need sequels anymore. We're just going to make one game forever. Remove the 4. What comes after Skate 3? Skate. You might think this is a great thing. They're just going to make one game, one perfect, beautiful game, and then it's just going to live on forever and we'll all live happily. But no, for some reason, these forever games where they've ditched the numbering, it's just this game now. This is the one game. There's no new ones coming out. They always seem to be lower quality and they just don't feel authentic. And they ditch story and even graphics and even like cool side stuff and stuff to unlock and stuff to collect. They just ditch it all for microtransactions and battle passes and seasons, and it's just a little bit sad. Everything just feels the same now. All new games just feel the same, and as a bonus point, all new games seem to be free to play. I hate to assume the worst in game companies, right? But I'm slightly suspicious that the whole free to play thing is generosity, when the entire game from the start menu is plastered and riddled with gems and diamonds and V-Bucks and M-Bucks and Q-Bucks. And look, I get they have to make money, right? I don't even know. I'm not trying to hate. But they just at least make the game feel good. Just don't make it all feel the same. Even the art direction, like it's just all new games seem to have the same cartoon, like vaguely cartoonish sort of aesthetic, and it just all feels the same. But at the end of the day, I guess it still is a good thing, at least in some ways, that games are quite often free to play now, because it makes them more accessible to a lot of people who can't afford to be buying games every week, which I guess is good. But you just have to be strong-willed enough to resist the battle pass and the Peter Griffin emote in the item shop, and then you'll be golden. But yeah, don't take anything I'm saying too seriously. This is just some things I've been thinking about, and I'm just kind of spewing them out there, just letting them out into the world. So if you liked it, I do appreciate it. Please do subscribe and like and comment and everything else. And I do understand that there are a lot of games that aren't fortnite-ified, especially like single player games or games in completely different genres. I get that. I'm not hating. I'm just speaking, man. I'm just speaking. Just let me be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really appreciate it, and I will see you later.